All right, today we're diving into a project that's trying to create a global digital identity for our pets. It's called Firulaix, and it's this really cool mix of solving a real-world problem with some seriously futuristic tech.
So, let's just start with this idea. What if you could travel the world with your pet, and it was as simple as showing a passport? I mean, imagine, no more digging through paperwork, no more confusing quarantine rules, no more headaches every time you want to cross a border.
Well, that's the exact problem that Firulaix is tackling. And they're not just making another app. We're talking about a single, global system for your pet's identity, one that plugs into a whole world of services. And they're using blockchain to make sure all that data is secure and permanent.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the big vision. Then, the tech that makes it work. We'll explore their real-world vet network, touch on some wild high-end services, and then see how the whole thing is funded.
So first up, the core idea. What is Firulaix really trying to do here? The end goal is to get away from the messy system we have now. With all these separate local registries that don't talk to each other. The vision is to create one single international standard, a single source of truth for your pet's info, all locked in and verified on the blockchain.
And get this isn't just an idea on a PowerPoint slide. The project is already up and running, with more than 14,000 pets already chipped and registered. That's a pretty strong start, showing this is something people actually want.
Okay, so how does it all work in the real world? Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the core tech that makes this whole network possible. At the heart of it all is a microchip, but think of this as a microchip 2.0. It gives each pet a permanent, totally unique digital identity, like a fingerprint for your dog or cat. This ID then links to a digital passport that holds all their info, and this is key, it's what gives you access to all the services in the ecosystem.
So for you, the pet owner, the whole thing is designed to be super simple. You just go to a certified vet, they implant the chip, and they help you activate the digital passport. That's it. You're in the system.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the one hand, you have the old way, a total mess of local records, long, stressful quarantines, and complicated rules. Then you have the Firulaix way, one unified standard that aims to simplify travel and hopefully finally cut down on those quarantine times.
Now, a digital system is pretty useless without people on the ground to make it work. And this brings us to a really smart part of their strategy, the global network of vets who bring this all to life.
See, Firulaix isn't trying to build everything from scratch. Instead, they're building this decentralized network by certifying vets all over the world. These vets become the trusted hubs. They're the ones implanting the chips, verifying health records, and really acting as the local ambassadors for the whole system.
And here's why that's so important. Building this global network of trusted professionals gives them a huge competitive advantage. I mean, think about it. How hard would it be for a competitor to copy that? It's a real-world moat around their business that makes it super defensible.
Okay, so once you have that foundation, the tech and the real-world network, you can start offering some really ambitious, high-value services. And this is where things get a little bit sci-fi.
Yeah, this is where the project really shows its ambition. It goes way beyond just making travel easier, by offering a service that's, well, pretty disruptive.
We're talking about pet cloning. You heard that right. Through a partnership with a company called OvaClone, they plan to offer pet cloning for around $50,000, and the entire process, from start to finish, would be certified and tracked on the Firulaix network.
Now, this is obviously a super premium service aimed at a very high-end global market, but it's a bold move, and it really shows you how this project wants to operate right at the intersection of biotech, digital ID, and blockchain tech.
So how does the money work? What's powering this whole ecosystem?
Well, that brings us to their native crypto token, called Firulaix.
The cool thing here is that the Firulaix token isn't just for speculation. It has a real job. 3 of them, actually. You use it to pay for services, like registration. It's used to reward the vets and other partners for participating. And it's your key to unlock those premium services, like cloning. The investment model is pretty interesting, too. It's designed to give early investors their initial capital back within a year, while also giving them a big piece of the token's future growth potential. It's a way to get everyone on the same page, working towards the long-term success of the network.
So, to sum it all up, what makes Firulaix stand out? They've got real users from day one. They're building both a physical and a digital network. Their token has clear, practical uses, and they're tackling both everyday problems and offering these headline-grabbing services like cloning.
Which brings us to the big final question. Is something like this the future of pet ownership for everyone, a new global standard? Or, with $50,000 services on the menu, is it always going to be more of a niche luxury for the global elite? It's a fascinating thing to think about for the future of the entire pet industry.